As I see it, hi, I'm Kathy Ann. Let's be Berean. As I see it, I know, many of you don't see it as I see it. That's okay. That's why I set up EMET Library, so we can study together and share our beliefs. Remember, our goal is EMET, truth. I want my beliefs, and therefore my practices, to be grounded in truth. My desire is that you will hear what I have to say, and if you see error, become a Patreon subscriber and write to me. Show me the scriptures that support your beliefs. I will write back to you if you influence me to change my doctrine on how I count the Omer. Right now, it is not in the category of dogma, beliefs that are inviolable, non-negotiable, fixed. It is still just a doctrine, beliefs based on scriptures that are compelling but not conclusive. So let's take turns. I'll go first and explain how I count the Omer. Then it'll be your turn to write your idea. I base my count on Leviticus 23. Let's start reading in verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in the seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. Well, that's clear enough. Passover is the 14th of Nisan. Reading on in verses 6 through 8. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. So, unleavened bread is for 7 days, and you do no servile work on the 1st and the 7th day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So far, so good. Verses 9 through 14 cover first fruits. Let's read about it. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the firstfruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord, to be accepted for you. On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Let's stop reading here just for a minute. We read that the priest is to wave the sheaf on the day after the Sabbath. I believe that Sabbath is referring to the weekly Sabbath. Here's the correlation that Judaism doesn't see. I believe Yeshua was raised on first fruits. Many call it Resurrection Day. I believe he was raised on the first day of the week. Mark 16:9 reads, Now when Jesus was risen early, the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast 7 devils. John 20, verse 1 reads, The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre. Yeshua was raised on the first day of the week, on the Feast of First Fruits, because he is the first fruits. 1 Corinthians 15:20 reads, But now is Christ risen from the dead, and become the first fruits of them that slept. 1 Corinthians 15:23 reads, But every man in his own order, Christ the first fruits, afterwards they that are Christ at his coming. Let's go back to Leviticus 23 and finish up with first fruits by reading verses 12 through 14. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, an he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Finally, we get to counting the Omer, and it is just one verse, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Let me read that one more time. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. As I see it, you start counting the Omer on first fruits, which is the day that you bring in the sheaf of the wave offering. First fruits is Resurrection Day, the first day of the week. I know, many people say that in verse 15, the morrow after the Sabbath refers back to the first day of unleavened bread. Since Judaism does not recognize that the Messiah has come and that he rose from the dead on the first day of the week and has become our first fruits, they can make a case for the morrow after the Sabbath being the day after the first day of unleavened bread. Their feast of first fruits does not need to fall on the first day of the week, but mine does. I believe first fruits occurs on the first day of the week, Resurrection Day, the day after the Sabbath. That's the weekly Sabbath. For me, the picture is clear. Yeshua is our first fruits. First fruits is day 1 of counting the Omer. So, as I see it, now it's your turn. I'm Kathy Ann. Be blessed.